What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. Now, you guys are probably going to see a Promised Neverland video go out before this one. My original plan was to do a double reaction to Neverland, 2 chapters, and then 2 chapters from My Hero. Neverland got so good, I ended up doing 8. So, because I was planning on doing 2 and 2, and then I had another video that I wanted to do to get out before the end of today. But they'll say that's not going to happen. So I said, you know what? Instead of doing that other video, I can do it some other time. Since I'm in the My Hero Academia mood as well, I want to at the very least do those 2 chapters that I promised from My Hero. So today we'll be reading chapters 217 and 218 of that My Hero Academia awesome sauce. So let's get right into it, man. Especially after the way these last couple chapters has been, man. It's been going in. It's been going in like summer, man. So, let's get right into it, chapter 217. 7 p.m. that evening. Why are you holding back, huh? Scared? Wait, it's just not activating, I swear. We have Bakugo and Deku, and what appears to be like a training session. Enough! That clearly isn't working, so cut it out. Classic All Might fashion. Wasn't it supposed to activate when he's feeling cornered? Possibly, but we're training so it doesn't activate. Any feedback, Midoriya kid? Like I thought, nothing. Their presence is gone. Their predecessor's quirks, one for all, is evolving like that? So you two always chat in here, huh? Yeah, it was surprising to see you here too, Kachan. Bakugo now shares our secret. So did you know about the black quirk already, All Might? Today was... see, now this is something that I wanted an answer to, and I'm glad that I saw some comments in the last video, because I was very confused. But after seeing some of your comments, the situation was... I was enlightened more to the situation at hand, so thank you to those of you that were commenting and clearing up my confusion when it came to the one for all situation, because I needed help, man. I was like, flipping flag nerds. I was confused, but shout out to you all for clearing up the confusion for me. Today was the first time I saw it. The bald predecessor, though, the one who came before my own master, was supposedly a dark-haired youth. I doubt that my master knew that all their old quirks are packed in there. Hey Dweeb, today was the first time you saw it too, right? Any clue what set it off? Maybe something's triggering it? Impressive, you took in this whole conversation and just dove right into it. Wow. I know, right? I don't know, they just told me the time was right. It could be some external factor. Yeah, something to do with All for One. Because he's the one who basically created One for All, right? Isn't it an offshoot of his power? He's also got multiple quirks that makes you the same as him. That's exactly what I said. I didn't want to raise that point. To prevent another outburst, we need to learn about this new power. Not feeling enough danger, huh? Maybe it'll burst out if I give you a real pounding. Then if I crush you while that black stuff is going wild, that'll make me the undisputed champ. Is that meant to be motivating? If it responds to my emotions, well, back there this power is waiting for me down the road. It's not something I can handle now. I made the decision to put a lock on it, so to speak. If I envision locking it and unlocking it, then maybe blah blah blah, boring. What's the point if you can't handle it? I'm out of here. Your muttering gives me the creeps. That's enough for today, I suppose. Are you feeling okay? All for One's power. We see a really nice panel of Deku looking down at his hand. You idiot, I don't want to hear that weak whining out of you. But you totally showed me up today. Sure, I can take the heat because I'm made of metal, but still. Metal can only get so hard, you know? Well, every time you get beat, you get tougher. Me and you, we got our own strengths. Thanks, Tetsu. Dinner tonight is beef stew. Oh, nice. And it looks like Class B is here, too. Indeed, they've come to hang out and discuss today's training. So, got any pics of hawks? Any scandalous ones? Of hawks. Scandalous ones at that. Excuse me. How many ultimate moves do you got now? I'm only up to 3. Is that Mineta? Why is Mineta strapped to a chair? Like this man's in Clockwork Orange, but look at his eyes. So that one scene in Dead Man Wonderland. Because you trained your quirk every night before bed, huh? I've been looking for you, Midoriya. I didn't realize you had 2 quirks, too. I was just... Yo, that's right, man. Somebody who can relate to the situation is Todoroki. I was just a little shocked that the guy who screamed at me to not hold back was hiding this all along. It's not like that. It's probably just derived from the original. It's still just a single quirk. I was shocked, too. This has never happened until today. Right, well, that sounds rough. Sorry for doubting you. But it was pretty impressive. Half and half is sharp, but also as dull as a brick. Bakugo. Half and half is sharp, but also dull as a brick. You too, Todoroki. Your flames are really getting the hang of it. You know, I still have a long way to go, just like you, I guess. Which is why I need to keep aiming higher. Here we go. We see my main man, Endeavor. Endeavor looks down at his phone. Shoto, how are you? Talk to me. Waiting for a reply. I'm still dying over that waiting for a reply thing, man. Waiting for reply. And it says, needed to teach me some things about flash fire. So he finally responded. Interesting, I never thought you'd be the one to bring it up. The next day. And great, it's decided then. I'll handle the necessary paperwork, of course. It's up to the rest of you to give that boy the education he deserves. Much appreciated. As for Shinso, he reminds me of you back in the day. You see yourself in him, don't you, Aizawa? Or is this about Shirakumo? Get you to the point if you have one. I've got somewhere to be. Now, never mind, just reminiscing. Teacher's dorms. It's the dark side of UA. Hold on, give me 1 second, Let me go back to this. Get to the point if you have one. I've got somewhere to be. Never mind, just reminiscing. Yo, it is true, though. Like, I continue to think back as well on the similarities between Shinso and Aizawa. And, of course, because Shinso trained directly under him, there's bound to be some sort of similarities. But there is a lot. There is a lot. Anyways, we go down, yo, and we see the legend herself, man. It's the dark side of UA. Whatever could that girl mean by that? What's she saying exactly? During the school festival, I told her that you're UA's dark side. Nonsense. I walk the path of justice and no other. Anyone know why we're all here? Midori Togata, thanks for coming. Monoma's going to lead us. Yo, hold on, man. Flipping. Hold on. One sec. I'm sorry, because somebody just knocked on my door. I'm gonna go back a page right quick, because I wasn't able to process any information. I apologize. Let me go back, because they're already telling me that I have to finish. It's the dark side of UA. Whatever could the girl mean by that? And we saw Eri, and then we see Monoma. Whatever could the girl mean by that? What's she saying exactly? During the school festival, I told her that you're UA's dark side, and we see the goat himself, Mirio. Nonsense. I walk the path of justice and no other. Anyone know where we're all here? Midoriya Togata, thanks for coming. Monoma's going to lend us a hand, but I figured Eri could use some emotional support while he's around. Is that how little you people think of me? Yes, a blank. I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Eraser. Right, too bad. You wanted him to copy Eri's quirk? Why? And what do you mean by blank, Monoma? That's what I've been wondering since I finished the last chapter. She's the same type as you, with the type of quirk that has to store something up. My power only copies the bare-bones essence of a quirk, but if the copied ability needs to convert some stockpiled resource into energy, then I won't be able to replicate whatever is accumulated. It's an issue I run into now and then, and the reason why I couldn't manifest your super strength even after copying it. Monoma would have been saying bye-bye to his limbs otherwise. Oh, for sure, 100%. But why copy Eri's power? Even if we could get Eri to activate her quirk again, we run the danger of another rampage since she still hasn't accustomed to it. For sure. You always gotta look out for it. I thought Monoma might be able to copy it and teach her how to use it to give her some peace of mind, but it looks like it's not going to be that easy. I'm sorry I've caused so many problems. Don't be sorry, Eri, dog. We're just happy that you're here and you're safe, dog. My power just makes trouble for everyone. I wish I never had this power. Man, yo. You know, and it sucks whenever somebody feels that way, because, you know, you think of yourself in a situation and like, would I feel that way too? You know, and of course, that's why the characters like Deku exist, that make you grateful for the fact that you have certain abilities, and that you are the way that you are. That's why I always say that I always appreciate Gintama. Shout out to Gintama, because Gintama always focuses on the flaws on each of their character and why the flaws make them them, and why their flaws make them special. And so Eri having this ability, of course, along with how she is, makes her her. You know, and because she's a child, she doesn't understand that yet. But Eri needs to realize that with that ability, without that ability, the people around her are going to love her because people love her for her. But regardless, it's not all trouble. Did you forget already? Yo, here goes Deku, man. I told y'all, man. My boy Deku, he only spits facts. You're the one who saved me. Bro, this is a beautiful panel. You see Deku, he's holding his heart with his hand, and he's reaching out like this. Now, I love the way that this panel's written. I love this panel. This might be the thumbnail. This is awesome. I love this panel. It shows Deku reaching out to Eri. You're the one who saved me. That's right. It's all about how you use it. Like a sharp knife is really dangerous, right? but you use it right and you can make some yummy food. Bro, Deku's like, it's pretty fast. It's about how you use it, man. Perspective, son. So I think your power is really something special. And this power will be my ally. I'm gonna make it my own someday. Okay, I'll keep trying. And I'll master my power too. One for all. It's like Deku himself was going through this emotional distress thanks to this ability, right? And because he went towards Eri and he wanted to comfort Eri and tell her certain things, in actuality, the things that he was telling her applied to his own situation as well. So it's like Eri herself empowered him to be able to continue moving forward. That's beautiful, man. See, I've always loved the relationship with Deku and Eri, but whenever I see stuff like this, it just makes it like tenfold, man. Tenfold. Oh, that was amazing. I'm gonna read one more because I promised to do a double. But if I could have ended it right there, that would have been good enough for me. That was awesome. That was awesome. That's My Hero Academia right there, son. That is the My Hero awesome sauce in one chapter. That was great. No, one page, honestly, one page. Great stuff. Early December, one Sunday morning. Good morning. It's snowing. Shut that door. Suyu's freezing over here. Mind over matter, and you can always dry yourself off with a towel. Towels get wet and cold too. Watch your step. Let's check out what they're saying about the snowfall. I love watching the weather forecast. Sorry, Suyu. Anyone know when those two are getting back? I want to borrow the next volume of this manga from Todoroki. What's Todoroki reading, man? My boy reading some One Piece? Is my guy Todoroki out here reading the best-selling manga in history? Or is my man Todoroki out here reading The Promised Neverland? Is he reading Haikyuu? What's my guy reading? Is he reading Hunter x Hunter? Gintama? What's he reading? He's reading some Berserk? Kingdom? Is he reading some Kingdom? What's Todoroki reading, man? He's reading some classics? Reading Slam Dunk? What's my guy reading? What's Todoroki reading, man? You know, Todoroki... What would Todoroki read, man? I mean, you can never guess what somebody would read based on their personality because, I mean, we all read... I mean, I'm putting in my situation. I read anything and everything as long as I find some sort of interest in the thing. I don't give a flying blind what genre or art style, whatever the case may be. I will read anything, man. As long as I find some sort of interest in it, I'm gonna like swim more, son. And there's a lot of people like that. So I mean, if Todoroki's a normal reader of comics, then I can assume he'll read whatever. But anyways, that's not the point. Around 6, I heard that's when their licensing course finally ends. If they pass their test today, bro. The legends. If they pass their test today, everyone in class will have provisional licenses at last. Yo, I still remember those chapters hitting home, man, for the whole Endeavor and All Might conversation. That was some great stuff. Today's the day I finally say ta-ta to you slack-jawed fools. That thought's got me in a great mood. Ready for the pain, you specks of plankton? Specks of plankton, bro. What was my man Plankton's name? Sheldon. They are specks of Sheldon. Sheldon J. Planktons. They are specks of Sheldon J. Plankton. Here we go. They must be in the middle of their tests now. Hope they're doing alright. No doubt Bakugo's been in top form lately, but he's still a jerk. I could make cake. Anyone interested? Woo! Getting my license was the only time I mean, I'm interested in some cake, man, if you want to cook some for me. Getting my license was the only time I ever beat those two at anything, so it's kind of sad. Don't be so petty, Kaminari. You have several standout qualities of your own. We will continue until tonight in the Chubu region. Please watch your steps for the rest of today. Don't be a petty naughty. Petty naughty. Give me a break. Now let's take a look back at this week's top stories. Detnerat, a big player in the lifestyle industry, has formally entered the hero support sector. A classy lady who happens to have 4 arms. A gentleman with a handsome coat of fur. Bro, my man has more than a handsome coat of fur, man. My guy got a top hat, son. You gotta put some respect on the top hat. A squishy boy with skin like gelatin. Individuals like these fine people used to belong to the minority. But the appearance of the extraordinary continue to accelerate, bringing us into their era, while mass production and consumer culture has been expanding ever since the Industrial Revolution. This phenomenon suddenly pumped the brakes. By the time, look at my guy's nose, bro. I've seen somebody else with the type of nose. Persona. That's what it is. In Persona 5, one of the characters has a nose like that. By the time everyone realized it was too late, those with newer types of bodies spent their days just trying to find products to fit their daily needs. Everyone is so different, they cried. Oh, I love stuff like this, man. See, whenever I think back to My Hero's homages, and like them paying homage to to like American comics, just like how that one chapter with Twice reminded me of Watchmen. This right here is something that a lot of American comics utilize in their panels. You know, a lot of the person or the character staying in the same situation and have like a row of panels of them doing stuff like this. So that's definitely an homage to classic comics and panel structure. Everyone is so different, they cried. Many found themselves struggling in this new era for that reason alone. We've made a point of never forgetting that history while creating products to suit each and every valued customer. We offer customized designs guaranteed on your doorstep in 3 days or less. Yo, my guy's a salesman. It's the technology and the proprietary system behind this personal touch that hath made us #1 in the industry. And now the world of heroes too can expect big things from Detnerat. That's gonna get used to saying. Detnerat. Alright, I think I got it. Detnerat. As our bold CEO, you insisted that this second commercial have no text, logos, bells, or whistles. I only wish I could do more to hide this forehead of mine. I'd actually say that's a selling point, actually. Always so honest, aren't you, Miyashita? As for our expansion, reactions are about to be as bad as expected. Of course, we're talking consumer and business needs versus hero support. Like night and day, really. Given that we don't have a history with battle-oriented tools and gear, it's like this sector's a party and we're crashing. Enough, Miyashita. All joking aside, we need to get serious here. He's always in such a forgiving mood. But Miyashita, this company has long catered to a wide range of meta abilities. Our history isn't a problem, so I'm confident this move is a good one. I like this dude's design. It reminds me so much of Persona, like I said before. Meta abilities, quirks. I've got this book on the brain, I guess. Meta Liberation War. The reprint, somebody must have felt the time was right. It's a shame that plenty of that terminology in here has changed in the years since. The book by the Meta Liberation Army's commander? I gave it a read too, but I wasn't feeling it. All those acts of terrorism getting people caught up in who knows what, yet he tries to dress it up with fancy writing, talking about liberation this and liberation that. The whole time I couldn't help but picture the guy as a ranting criminal. I'm sorry, Miyashita. You've got no family, right? Yo, this is, once again, going down and using that same type of panel structure. Showing the character, and then the following panel showing the character in a different type of thing. I love stuff like that in My Hero Academia, man. Shouts out Horikoshi. You've got no family, right? No, my mother passed last year. A significant other, perhaps. I'm single, but what's all this about? You've done great work, Miyashita. Better than anyone in the company. So why, Miyashita? What a shame. Remember when I was considering introducing you to the other members? Even if you'd refused, we might have found another way to go about this. Alas, Oh, yeah, my man is popping a vein. Won't see eye to eye. So you heard what? The flag noise, man? Did he kill him? Bro, he killed him. What in the flying flag noise? Bro, this man real deal killed him. Out of nowhere. Is he just somebody with a short temper? Even if you refuse, we find another. Alas, we won't see eye to eye. And we see a vein popping out of this man's head. Out of his forehead. And you hear the crunch. And you look back to him and you see him crying, bro. Yo, this dude is mad interesting. I like him. I mess with this dude. He's interesting. He's a salesman. He's a CEO. And better, but most of all things, my man looks like he's a villain. After the chaos brought about by the advent, which is interesting because he's getting into the hero industry. After the chaos brought about by the advent of the extraordinary, I won't forget you, people wanted peace. They started planning ways to coexist with metas. But among metas themselves, there was a pervasive desire. Liberation over suppression. Wielding one's abilities freely seemed like it should be a basic human right. Chikara Yotsubashi, the man who unified liberationists to form the Meta Liberation Army. He called himself the Destro, the one who would destroy the status quo. My God! While the government trudged ahead with legislation, Yotsubashi opposed the powers that be and vied for supremacy, prompting a struggle that ended several years later with his defeat. Yotsubashi's army dissolved, and many of his followers were caught while in prison. The man himself did some writing before taking his own life. Unbeknownst even to Yotsubashi, he had a child out in the world. Yo, my man has a gang? Any progress? We found someone with a potential connection to the League. To the League of Villains, bro? If we're gonna make contact, it needs to be sooner rather than later. Move on that, right. They are enemies to the Liberation Army, and if the state is struggling to handle them, then it's up to us. I swear on Destro's good name, we will end the League of Villains. And this man puts up an L like he's playing Fortnite, dog. What are we doing? And it looks like all of them have this black thing, or at least him. Is he the same dude? Bro, it looks like he's the same dude. No, he's the child. He's the child because it says, unbeknownst even to Yotsubashi, he had a child out in this world. And he is that child. The CEO is that child. Because he has that same sort of a mark going across his eyes. Oh, that makes sense now. Dog, but still. At first, whenever I thought, because just the way he was acting back in the office, I was like, yeah, man, this man is definitely giving out villain vibes. But no, bro. He's a part of another group who wants to destroy the League of Villains. End them. On that note, what's all this about you expanding into the hero industry? Right, if it's history you're worried about, we have it. This country is full of those who lie in wait, hoping for liberation. Like fish in a barrel. That's my bag, give it back. What's this stuff, soda? Water? Crap, I hope some heroes show up soon. Hey, look, we got trouble. Any heroes around? Another... Bro, this man, Horikoshi, has continued to use these panels where it shows the same setting, but different things happening back to back to back, man. Straight up homage to American comics. We got trouble. Any heroes around? This just started, right? Not even 30 seconds ago. I'll take care of it then. Let's assess the situation first. I've seen enough. You help guide the civilians to safety. It's not like you can fight, but we sure can. Boss, weekends are where the real halls are at. Wallets and purses galore. And here we see a massive explosion. Yes, but we've only had those licenses for half an hour. Yo, this quirk, is that Todoroki? It is Todoroki and Bakugo! Yes, so how many hours do we gotta wait before we're heroes? And who are these wannabe heroes? The Meta Liberation Army. So these dudes are called the Meta Liberation Army. For the guy with the CEO. I'm gonna keep calling him the CEO because I keep forgetting his name. So Destro. Hold on, I want to read this one more time. Liberation over suppression. Wielding one's abilities freely like that seems to do him right. Chikara Yotsubashi, the man who unified liberation to form the Meta Liberation Army, he called himself Destro, the one who would destroy the status quo. While the government trudged ahead with legislation, Yotsubashi opposed the powers that be, was permanently prompting a struggle that ended several years later with his defeat. Yotsubashi's army dissolved and many of his followers were caught. While in prison, the man himself did some writing before taking his own life. Unbeknownst even to Yotsubashi, he had a child on this world, and it shows him. Right there. That's when Destro's good name, we will end the League of Villains. And it looks like they all do this to show that they are part of this organization, the Meta Liberation Army. That's very, very interesting. Here we have Todoroki and Bakugo now actually being heroes, going up in like somewhere. Dog, I'm interested, man. So is this gonna be the plot for this next arc? It's gonna be the like Todoroki Bakugo, you know, the UA, the school of UA, against this Liberation Meta Army. But they said that they wanted to go up against the League of Villains. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me kind of like of Stain, to where Stain wasn't really allied with like either side. But I don't know, man. I don't know, because with just the way that he's acting, you wouldn't expect them to like get together with UA to take on the League of Villains. Because I mean, this guy's out here killing people. Obviously, he has a short temper. But still, man, to destroy the status quo, that still sticks out to me in my mind. I'm very, very interested in this dude, man. The CEO is an interesting fellow. Not only that, but I want to know more about the Meta Liberation Army and where that whole storyline is going to go from here on out. So we'll see, man, what happens there, yo. But that's interesting. So this is going to be the next arc. With this, I already like him. He's interesting. I like the concept behind it. You know, the son of a former individual who was striving for greatness and then ended his own life for one reason or another. But he wants to take out and end the League of Villains. That's the thing that keeps sticking out to me in my mind, man. He wants to end the League of Villains. The Meta Liberation Army. This was a very, very good chapter, man. two very good chapters back to back. One from an emotional standpoint with Deku and Eri and what have you, but in this chapter, just interest and the amount of homages that this man was doing back to American comics was really, really cool as well. And I like this dude's design, man. But here we got Baku Goat and Todoroki about to go up in like swimwear. Yeah, man, great place to stop. I'll be back into like swimwear as soon as possible. I want to figure out more about the situation. I want to know more about the Mental Liberation Army and what is it. You know, how is this entire storyline going to continue forward, man? Because we still don't have an answer to the whole All for One thing that we got back in the previous arc that we just had. You know, what happened with All for One? Like, I want to know, man. But flipping flag nards, man, My Hero Academia Greatness. See, when I come on here and I read the awesome sauce, see, man, this is why it's hard. This is why I have to make a decision. To like, do I react to My Hero first or Neverland first? Because if I would have reacted to My Hero first, I probably would have done like a massive reaction for that too. They're both so good, man. But regardless, I hope everybody has an awesome day. Take care. I will see y'all next time for some My Hero Academia Greatness, hopefully soon. And trust me, I would stay if I could, man. But I've got to get going. I've got to get a lot of my stuff done today. But hopefully, man, later on tonight. Well, I'm gonna be busy tonight. But we'll see. I want to come back, man. I want to come back to both. But now I kind of want to read My Hero, bro, because, dude, I want to know more about these guys. The Mental Liberation Army and where the story's going to go from here on out. Because, like I said, like, whenever he said they're going to destroy the League of Villains, that caught me off guard. I was like, excuse me? Like, he seemed like somebody that would be allied with League. But anyways, the build-up to that and the whole Liberation Army concept is what I'm interested about, man. So, I want to know more. My Hero Academia Greatness. I will see you all next time. Have an awesome day. Whew. I'm excited for the future, bro. I'm excited for the future.